Hi guys, my name is Marissa, also known as Homemaking with Marissa. In today's video, I am going to be showing you how to make the perfect Christmas cookie. This recipe is pretty quick, pretty easy. I learned it from a friend a number of different years ago, and what I like about it is you can completely modify it to your taste. So this is a basic chocolate chip cookie recipe, but I'm going to show you how to infuse it with mint and add Christmas candies.
For your cookies, you are going to need 2 sticks of softened butter. I just pull mine out a couple of hours before I want to make my cookies and let them soften on the countertop. I'm going to stick them into a glass bowl and mix in our sugar. For these cookies, I am using 1 cup of just regular white granulated sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar. I will then make sure and cream the butter and the sugar together, make sure that they are a really smooth consistency before moving on to adding our additional ingredients. To our creamed butter and sugar mixture, I am going to crack in 2 large eggs. I will then add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. I am using a bourbon-infused vanilla extract that I purchased at Trader Joe's. And then to give these cookies a really nice mint flavor, I am adding 5 drops of mint extract. I would say that you could probably add up to 10 drops before it would become really overpowering. Mint extract is very strong, so you do need to be quite conservative with how much you are adding to a batch of cookies. I will then just make sure that everything is really well blended together before adding our dry ingredients. For our leavening agents, I am going to add more baking powder and baking soda than most recipes call for. For these cookies, I will be putting in 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder and a 1/2 tablespoon of baking soda. I will also be adding a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I am going to be using sea salt, but any salt would do. Rolled oats are something that you can either put into this recipe whole, or I like to turn them into an oat flour. I am going to take 1.5 cups of oats, stick them into my magic bullet, and blend them until they are in a flour-like consistency. I will then add them to our batter and move on to our flour. With the flour, I like to add a small amount at a time. In total, I'm going to be using 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I, however, blend a 1/2 cup at a time, make sure that everything's really well mixed so that it doesn't become too hard to work with. Once I have all of our flour mixed in, I'm going to start adding our candies. I am using a 1/3 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, a 1/3 cup of classic white chocolate chips, and 1/3 cup of red and green M&Ms. You can use any candies though. I have done this with peppermint M&Ms before. I have added marshmallows to this mix before. Any Christmas candies that you like would work perfectly in this dish. In total, you just want to make sure that you have 1 cup of additives inside of your cookie batter. I then am going to make sure that all of our candies are really well mixed into the batter and stick this into the refrigerator. I like to chill this for around 4 hours before I will bake our cookies. You just want to make sure that your dough is really cold before you separate it out. 4 hours later, I take it out of the refrigerator, and I am going to be using a muffin scoop to make sure that all of our dough is really uniform on our baking sheet. This is something that I ordered off of Amazon, and will make sure I link in the description box down below. I bake my cookies for exactly 8 minutes. I want them to still be really soft and pliable when I take them out of the oven, and find that 8 minutes is the perfect amount of time. Here's what your cookies will look like once you have pulled them all out of the oven. I was able to make 4 dozen cookies with the recipe that I provided.
If you're new to my channel and you haven't done so already, you can subscribe by clicking on my face here. I will have my entire Christmas playlist for you here, as well as an additional video down here. I hope you're all staying happy and healthy. Bye!